Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome, guys. Today, I want to discuss something with you guys. Have you ever thought about some of the kind of discussions that we have, whether it is in what's it called, religion and in Islam also, or discussions generally? So, I recently read a book, or I listened to like an audio book of Arthur Schopenhauer, who was talking about, he's a German philosopher, crazy guy. Anyway, he was talking about, he wrote a book called The Art of Controversy. This book is about dialectic discussions. And he said something that was very interesting to me. He said that when you go into a discussion, don't look for truth. And I'm like, really? He said the main objective of many discussions is not truth. It's not looking for truth. It's about defending your position. So you're not really looking for the truth. You just want to win. So many discussions is not about truth, it's about defending your position, no matter what it is. Most people's first response will be to defend their position. That my position, I can justify it or something like this. They will defend their position, no matter what. So he said, so therefore, when you want to discuss with people, focus more on the way to win. It's about winning. It's about who can speak better. It's about who can convince more people. It's about who can speak the most eloquent. Who can engage in using some kind of rhetorical device. If you read that book, it laid out so many ways of actually winning. That maybe, you know how many people would have read that? And me, I'm going to a discussion without knowing that. And by the way, he said that it comes to some people naturally. So some people, they're just rhetoricians, or what do you call them? Naturally. They just know how to win arguments, okay? So that's one. Now, something interesting here is that when you think about it, you start to see like that is a kind of truth. It's kind of true that when we discuss sometimes, it's not about truth. So, think about a Christian and a Muslim. When they want to discuss, there has to be a common ground. If there's no common ground, it's just dialectical. It's just who's going to make a better argument. What is that common ground that we can have to start discussions with? Or if you become much more specific, when it comes to intra-Islamic stuff, the Muslims and the Ashari and the Athari or whatever, there has to be a common ground. What is that common ground? I was thinking about this. What is that common ground that we use? Okay? And don't tell me it's Quran and Sunnah. Remember, I already made a video about that. Don't tell me it's Quran and Sunnah. Not necessarily. Okay? It is Quran and Sunnah, but are you going to agree with how I interpret it? You see, somehow you need to already presuppose that you know what is true before you go and engage in a discussion. That's what I get from this. For you to go and discuss about truth, you need to already know that you have the truth. Okay? That you have access to that truth. That this person doesn't. And if the person also thinks the same way, then you see how this is subjectivity, man. And that's why I remember some months ago I made a video about that truth is subjective. And people were like, what do you mean by that? What I meant by it is that when you have two people claiming objectivity, or more than two people even, many people claiming objectivity, there's nothing more subjective than that. So all of us want to claim objectivity, but how do you deal with the differences that happen? When differences happen in objectivity, that's so. I said, imagine you have objective. There's only one objective truth, and then you go and ask the people that claim that they have the objective truth, and they give you three different objective truths that are not identical. Some of them even contradictory. Then how do you know who is saying the truth? Now, I'm still working on a particular thing called the blind man. Somebody coming into this kind of discussion, how will he ever know? Even someone like a neutral person examining claims from religion or many other things, if you're someone that is like neutral, how do you select one? This is a question. How do you select which one to follow? Many people don't think about this because they're already on a position already. They are just defending that position. They cannot think like, what if I have to do it all over again? What if I have to choose right now? What would be my criteria to do that? What would be that criteria? And can I even do it if I don't already know which one is true? Some people will say reason, and you can already see like reason will not solve it either. That's why some people have already given up on the whole truth idea thing. And I was even going to make a video, by the way, guys, about the lie called the truth. Everybody saying they have the truth. How a Protestant, true. Catholics, true. Orthodoxy, true. All of them contradictory. Okay. The come to Islam too. The Ashari, true. The Athari, true. The whatever. All of those groups, each one of them claiming objectivity, that this is the right way, this is the truth, and every other person, they're not on the truth. What this leads to is that, I think, you know what? Maybe people should just follow whatever they are following. But if you're someone that wants to examine it on your own, if you want to examine it, quote unquote, objectively, all you will find is subjectivity all around the place. That's what you find. Okay? And by the way, someone in my other video was telling me that I should stop making videos outside. That was so funny. It's like, hey, your videos are good, but stay inside. I'm like, this guy doesn't even know. Like, okay, let me explain why sometimes I make videos outside. Let me explain to you guys. When I'm inside, you see, I'm using my phone, right? If I make the video inside, I have to do the lighting. I have to make the voice also is not very loud. Okay? Somehow when I'm outside, I'm able to shout, speak more loud, in a loud way, And but when I'm inside, I cannot do that. So I will have to edit the video and do a lot of things, lighting. But when I'm outside, you can see like the video quality is better. 1, 2, the voice is better. I don't have to increase the voice or something. It's just maybe because of the ambience and all the other noise in the background, the phone focuses on the voice and makes it better. That's why I record outside, actually. Okay, so that guy it was really funny when he said that. So anyway, guys, what I'm pointing out is that you're going to go and discuss with somebody. You already presuppose you have the truth. There's no point. If the person you're discussing with also has the same idea, why are you even discussing? That's the question. What are you discussing on? It will just be a kind of persuasive talk. You're going to try to persuade the other guy, or persuade his followers, persuade the other people in any means necessary. Maybe by insulting him. This is called ad hominem, okay? In that book, they laid it out. You can do ad hominem attacks. You can do many other ways, tricks of trying to win people over, because you will not agree on the truth. And so people even said, when we talk about truth and we disagree, go and get your gun. Go and get your gun, because that's the next thing now. When Hitler comes and tells us we are going to do fascism versus democracy, go and get your gun. There's no point in discussing. What are you going to discuss about? Go get your gun. So sometimes this is a very interesting thing, and I would like to elaborate more on it. And just stay tuned, guys. I've actually been thinking about this and studying some people's works on the idea of truth and epistemology. When you say philosophy, don't study philosophy, metaphysics and all these things. Don't study that. Go and study epistemology. And then if you want to study the other ones, you can go because those ones, they are out of fashion already in today's world. The main thing that is hot right now is epistemology. And if you study Western epistemology, you will just become a skeptic. But at least you will not be dumb. You'll be able to understand arguments. I think that's the only thing you can get from philosophy anyway. When I say philosophy, most of the time it's just logic. If you go and study logic, you will become smart. If you become not smart, but you'll be able to reason in a clear way, methodological way, such that when someone makes an argument, you can understand it. So discussion is possible. Not somebody that you make an argument, he doesn't even know what you're talking about. So people need to see you can follow an argument, you can make an argument, you can reflect and you can think like that's what studying philosophy or logic, that's what it will give you. But there's also the opposite end. You can use it to slash every other belief that you have also. Anyway, let me see what you guys think about it. Do you think discussions are possible between Christians and Muslims, between Ashari and Athari, without one already presupposing he has the truth? What are we doing, man? Like, what is that? Two people coming to a discussion, not willing to change their opinion whatsoever. What is the point of that kind of discussion? It's just for the sake of it. Is it just for the sake of it? Or can we even get a common ground? What can we do? You know, you might think like it's over when someone becomes a Muslim. If that person is curious enough and he continues with his search, he will still find the same problem before he came to your religion. You'll find the same problem. So I think these things need to be addressed. I don't know how. I'm going to try my own best. And remember, we are going to learn together on this channel. We'll examine things. We'll try to be as objective as possible. We'll try. Okay? I think we'll try. Okay, so stay tuned. If you are interested in this kind of talks, I'll post more things about epistemology and truth in the coming videos. And may Allah help us, man. It's not easy. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.